welcome to a Command and Conquer cast between KHYIRA in the blue with Nod versus AOD Gaming in the yellow with a GDI. Unless I mixed that up, but I don't think so. And I've also got to toggle again. There we go. So, over here, indeed it is Nod, and kind of interesting that AOD moved all the way over here. Because this isn't that much better, right? I mean, you can easily get like 3 refineries stacked up over there, which might be a little bit more difficult over here. And you've also got to like expand over these little, over the river, which isn't the easiest thing to do because it's like a 1 space wide. So you've got to do that with like sandbags or something. So it's a little bit interesting that you're doing that. But maybe it is just because you want to distract your enemy, I don't know. Anyways. Right now AOD Gaming's micro is way better than that of KHYIRA, and here, Apache, always great if you're not against GDI. GDI does not have anti-air, at least not significant anti-air. So yeah, Apache is able to do like 3 damage most of the time. So as long as you get a couple of kills, well, it already paid itself off pretty much. Not yet, but like in a couple of minutes it should have. And yeah, that's what I mean with like sandbag. So yeah, in this case you only need 1, while normally I think you need 2 over here. But it's still a little bit more micro intensive than expanding like over here and then over there. So what do we have here? Well, we've got triple refinery by KHYIRA, and we've got quad refinery already by AOD Gaming. And something that is maybe something I didn't think about before, but the fact that you only have like access points over the river does mean that this is way easier to defend, especially against Nod. Nod, of course, really quick with their buggies and bikes, so you might not want to have like an open front. So well, you kind of start to open up over here and over here, but it is still not that wide. So I think that might be a consideration from AOD Gaming to go over here. Even though it sets them back in economy like slightly early on normally. Assuming your enemy also goes for like the same buildings at the same time. Or like in the same order. So, Apache sniping a couple of grenadiers once again. And 1 tank versus 5 buggies. Not great. But the buggies will go back. So it isn't that bad for AOD. Double tank is out by now, and well, what can these buggies and even like 1 bike, 2 bikes do? They will run around, and that's the whole reason I'm like, well, maybe that's why AOD Gaming went to the corner. Just to have their economy and all a little bit more safe. Over here, 4 bikes versus 1 tank. Bikes should be able to handle at least 1 tank on their own. And there it goes. Is it time to snipe the weapons factory? I mean, you definitely do have quite a lot over here. Including like Apache, you should be able to take it down without too much problem. And it does indeed go down. Over here, KHYIRA has also expanded quite a lot already, with another 2 refineries. Apache is still doing a great job, and another weapons factory out from AOD Gaming. Considering the timing, I feel like they were already trying to get up a second one, rather than building one in response to the attack. Though I might be wrong about that. Over here, Apache is still doing a great job, and the Nod forces are starting to grow quite big. Nice thing about having like a buggy bike combination is that you can both handle the tanks and the infantry, but also that the tanks from your enemy really have to focus the bikes, because otherwise the bikes just blow them up. Bikes have a lot of damage, but not that much HP, so you need to target them with your tanks. So, buggies in front, not really having a well-coordinated attack, and flamethrowers, doing boom? Kinda boom. And here, a lot of tanks. Well, no, a lot of bikes taking down 1 tank and a half. So, AOD Gaming seems to be able to produce quite well from just one war factory, weapons factory. But they are still going up slightly, so I do think they will try and get up another one soon. At least that's what I expect, not completely sure. Let me just quickly zoom out once. Let's see, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do feel like the ones from KHYIRA are probably going to be a little bit more efficient later on, because they have them more spread out on like different Tiberium fields. And if not, here will not go down yet, and here the construction yard was just sold off. Does mean no turrets in the fence though, which is, well, normally against GDI you'd really like your turrets, or at least not likes turrets when being attacked. Turrets of course being great against vehicles, so, and quite cheap, like 500. So when you're being pushed, it's great to have like 1 or 2 turrets in defense. Like same cost, right around there as like a bike, but able to soak way more damage from tanks than a bike is able to. KHYIRA with like almost 4,000 in the bank right now. That's quite a lot. Thing is though, AOD Gaming with like their I think it's like 1 extra refinery early on has gathered like 3,000 more. So, hey, no, don't do that. So that's about like the difference. No, stop it. And yeah. So that's about the difference you get from like selling off your construction yard, which is like 2,500, I believe. So maybe the timing on that was also a little bit weird, because you have more than that in the bank. Over here, that's a lot of tanks though, and not a lot of bikes to take them down. And let me just do that. Just because, well, all of those health bars are a little bit distracting. Apache is still trying to do all that it can, even though it doesn't actually have any ammo left. And, well, the tanks are starting to get quite close to the airstrip. Once that goes down, yeah, KHYIRA has a very big problem. Over here, Grenadiers are also targeting the power plant, but it will not really matter. KHYIRA has still like 109 power in reserve, so it doesn't matter that much, because they can't get anything up anyways. So like, even if this one goes down, they're not in low power. Tanks still being produced, all nice and good. And there, why is the Apache sitting there? Oh, I guess the helipad has gone down. I missed that. I guess it went down before the power plant went down. Over here, still 5 tanks. That should be able to push in, right? I mean, you're being surrounded anyway, so then just move them. Grenadiers coming in from behind are, of course, quite nice against the bikes. But not against Flamethrower. And, okay, Flamethrower does go down before getting to the Grenadiers. Bikes. Why don't you go try and snipe? I mean, yeah, there is a chance that as soon as you try and go snipe, that AOD Gaming will also try and snipe. But, I mean, looking at it, looking at position and such, and economy, well, AOD Gaming does have quite a big advantage. So you need to try and do something, though Army is not great for AOD Gaming, now that I look at it. Most of the tanks are going down, though your bikes are also quite low HP. And a 1v1 is not very advantageous for bikes. Don't crash, game, thank you very much. Over here, Grenadiers once again being really annoying. And one buggy is not able to do too much, and okay, Harvester does not go down. And okay, 53 power in reserve for KHYIRA. So still not too bad that a power plant goes down. Actually seeing some rocket soldiers from AOD Gaming, which is interesting. Might have been a misclick, or it's just because, well, you're mainly facing vehicles. So, 3 tanks. You don't have any more on the way. And, well, actually losing quite a couple of buggies if you're KHYIRA. Army total probably is able to take this down. Even though these are like way better or like way healthier. So, with good micro, AOD Gaming should be able to take this all down. But if they're just like sitting there without being microed. And there you finally go. Good job. The bike's finally moving in, trying to snipe something. But immediately having to move back. Yes, yes, do it. Do it. Yeah, no, move in here. Why aren't you moving here? AOD Gaming literally can't get to you there. So I mean, yeah, okay, if they're moving in on the other side, sure, but I feel like you could have done way more damage yourself. 4 tanks out now, and of course quite a lot of Grenadiers. And Flamethrower doing what they do best. Burn the Grenadiers. Which also explode real nice. Not the biggest explosions ever. But oh well. Over on the like northwest side, KHYIRA does of course still have a very efficient refinery. Which is something that AOD Gaming really doesn't have. They are now trying to harvest their like original home base field. And oh no, it's going down. Yep, there it goes. There goes all of the chances for KHYIRA to win. Airstrip has just been destroyed. Something I did find a little bit strange is that AOD Gaming waited so long before moving in for that. But now this is the only production left for KHYIRA. Yep. Are you now finally going to move in here? You're still not. Okay. No, you aren't. No, you're not. Okay. Good. Trying to take down harvesters. Of course, very important. Yes. And AOD is not actually trying to, like, launch a counteroffensive. Even though they probably should. Wait, did that just go in and back out? I guess it just didn't have a full... Building. What? Building? Oh, yeah, just units, of course. I was on AOD Gaming's point of view. Forgot about that. Ooh, something real nice exploded. Over here, well, 2 tanks. Is it enough? It should be enough. Once again, explosions over there. And rocket soldier. Bikes, sure. And is it staying up? Maybe. There is a chance that it does stay up. For now, it's still alive. And it will stay alive unless the Grenadiers get one shot off. Okay, apparently they don't do as much damage as I expected. And it does not go down yet. Man, that's close. Mouse, don't do that. Over here, buggies are able to do a good job against harvesters, of course. And that is starting to cost AOD Gaming quite a bit. Just because of like taking down harvesters and like AOD Gaming's economy being not exactly efficient. KHYIRA has pretty much caught up. Okay, and it's once again sped up. Is it something that I care about? Not completely sure. Because I feel like this could just be sniped. Well, it's sold off, sure. And then there are just 2 refineries, or like barracks, for AOD Gaming. So yes, I know that it's way faster. But with like just a couple of bikes still, a couple of buggies, I do feel like KHYIRA still has a good chance, like just taking these 2 barracks down. And going in here, now taking down another harvester. And another harvester goes down. I'm pretty sure that's all of the economy from AOD Gaming gone down. Which means that KHYIRA can waste lots of bodies. And indeed, AOD Gaming gives up and the game crashes. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today. And I'll see you in another video. Bye. Economy in the end was like pretty much exactly the same. Maybe a couple hundred off. Good job, KHYIRA.